Hi, Texas. I hope you're doing well. Good evening, everyone. So, yeah, I know we have a long gap of 2 weeks between. But yes, we have restarted it. There was some work, so I could not actually continue this live session for the last 2 weeks. But anyway, I'm back to this, and I'm ready to help you out in this. Okay, so today's session is about programming, and not just simple programming, but I'm here to discuss the competitive programming. Okay, so this would be like continued session, guys. I'm not saying that this would be the next session would be on the same thing, but this would be a long term session, so that like in between I'll do some session, and I'll discuss some questions. Okay, so without any more delay, let's start this session. Let's discuss some problem. So for to give a brief idea about this session, what would we discuss in this session? Okay, so we'll see some string problems. Okay, exactly, to be exactly saying, we will see if a string is given, how can you check pangram, how can you check whether the string is pangram, and you have to find the frequency of each character. Okay, and third one would be like basically a problem on the same string, finding out the number of unique characters in the string. Okay, and then we will be moving on to some other problem like stack problem. Okay, one problem which I like very much is push pop is a normal operation, we know that. So doing push and pop, and one more operation, that is finding out the minimum element in the stack in big O of n time complexity. So we have already done time complexity sessions, guys. So here it is, we now have to apply that. Understood? So next, one more problem I have picked up regarding dynamic programming. We'll also solve that. That is the rod cutting problem. We'll also solve that. And yes, one more problem. Not any like not on string, not in dynamic programming, but I have picked that a simple mathematical problem. Like you have to check whether a given number is a perfect square. As simple. Okay, so let's start with the string problem first, guys, without delaying much. Let's start this string problem, and I said three problems on string. First is given a string, how to check whether it is a pangram. Okay, second is finding out the total number of unique characters, and third is finding the frequency of each character in the string. Okay, so what is pangram? First of all, what is pangram? Do you know, guys? Please comment down. Please comment. Do you know what is pangram? Yeah, guys, I'm waiting for replies. Do you know what you mean by this pangram? What is a pangram? Yeah, guys, I'm waiting for a reply. Can someone just comment down? What is pangram? Do you know what is pangram? You might have heard about anagram. Okay. There is something called pangram also. What is pangram? Pangram is nothing but a sentence if it contains all the alphabets like A to Z. That is called pangram. Okay. So if a sentence has all the characters, all the alphabets A to Z, doesn't matter if it is present in uppercase or if it is present in lowercase. It matters all the alphabets should be present in the string. That is known as pangram. Okay, you might have heard this sentence: quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Jumps over a lazy dog. You might have seen this. When you might have like when you try to change font in Microsoft Word or somewhere. This is the sentence they show you. This is a sentence they show you. This is a pangram actually. It contains all the alphabet. So if you see there, this you see there a quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. It contains all the alphabet from A to Z. Okay. Don't worry about the capital letter or the uppercase character or lowercase character. It doesn't matter actually. Only thing that matters is all the alphabet should be present. Okay, so let's see how to solve it. This is pangram. And second question, as you already know, when I've already said right the question, that is finding out the total number of unique characters, and third one is finding out frequency of each character. Okay, so how would we solve this? How would we solve this? There are different approach you can say, but the thing is, what I would like to say here is, okay, let's see this. If I say all these three question has only the one way to solve. Okay, I'm not saying the only one way. I'm saying we can solve this all three question in particular way. Following the same way, we can solve this three question. We don't have to think about different logics for this three question. We can solve this three question the same. Okay, guys. So, what do you think? What do you think? Just a moment, guys. Like this. Okay. Fine. So one method you have said, Girish, brute force method. That is brute force, not brute force. Anyway, so see, I would say that we would follow one way. Okay, same way we would follow, same method we would follow to solve this three question. And what is that way? Let's see this. Okay, let's see this. So so let's take an example. Yeah, let's take this simple example. Welcome. Okay. So in C, what is a string? String is nothing but an array of characters, and we know that at the end there would be a null character. Fine. So indices are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Right. Okay. So these are the indices, and this is our string welcome. So first question was checking for pangram, whether it contains all the alphabet. As you can see here clearly, it doesn't contain all the alphabets, right? So how would we check? See this simple logic, what I'm saying. We would take one more array. You take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on up to 25. So we will take an array of 26 elements. Why 26? I have taken here 26. That is what you need to know. Why I have taken here 26? Okay, tell me, guys, why I have taken here 26? Can anyone say? Yeah. Can anyone say here why I'm taking an array of size 26? What it represent? What is the significance of an array of size 26? Tell me. Yes, 26 English alphabets. Yeah, you are correct. Okay, so we would take an array of size 26 just to map down the alphabets, 26 alphabets. In total, we have 26 alphabets. So we would map down each character to a particular index there, like this letter A, alphabet A would be mapped down to index 0, alphabet B would be mapped down to index 1, and alphabet C would be mapped down to index 2, so on. Z would be mapped down to index 25. So we are keeping an index for respective alphabet there. As we have only 26 alphabets, so we are taking an array of 26. Okay, so let's see this, how we would proceed with this thing. Okay, let's see. So instead of welcome, if I take a simple example, let's say I'll take A, B, D, C. Okay, so if this is a string, you would scan each character. First we will scan A. I'm saying I would map down this A to index 0. So what I would say here is, initially this array elements would be 0, let's say. Okay, all the elements, the values stored in these elements in this array would be 0. Whenever I come across a character in the given string, like here we have come across A, so we would increment the value at index 0 because A is mapped down to index 0. Next, when we come across character B, we would increment this value at index 1 because B is mapped down to index 1. Okay, next, when we encounter this character D is mapped down to index 3. So this value at index 3 would be incremented to 1. Okay, then again we are coming across this character C, and C is mapped down to index 2. So this value would be incremented to 1. Let's say again I am coming across a character B. Okay, and we know B is mapped down to index 1, right? So we would increment the value at index 1 by 1, so the value would be 2. Okay, so if you see here, likewise, if we scan the whole string and if we update the second array, whatever we have taken, finally after the completion of the operation, if you see, the data stored in the array is nothing but it represents how many times a particular character has occurred or is present in the string. Okay, so directly you can say this array. Okay, let's say this array is something you take temporary. Let's say name of the array is temporary. So this temporary array, values of this temporary array will give you the frequency of each character. You don't have to print all the characters. See, whichever value is 0, whichever index value is 0, you don't have to print that, because those characters are not present in the string. Only those characters you would print whose value is greater than 0 here. That's all. Okay, so this will easily give you frequency of characters. Okay, see guys, there are many ways you can do. I am giving you this solution, this logic, which would be done in big O of n time complexity. Okay, many times in competitive program you are required to solve in big O of n or less than that. Okay, so you can apply go with this logic actually. Yeah, anyway, if you remember, I had told in the time complexity session that we have to compromise between time complexity and space complexity. So here what we are doing, we are reducing the time complexity, but we are taking an extra space. Okay, anyway, the space is only 26, size 26, so it is also constant, you can say, big O of 26, so which is a constant again. But let's say if you are not sure of how many array would be there, how many elements would be there in the array. Here it is about alphabet, so we know 26 alphabet. Okay, some other problems like integers, when you come across integers, when you have to count how many times a digit has occurred, then you don't know, right? You are not aware of let's not talk about digits. Let's maybe something other problem. A number would be given and some operation related to numbers. Okay, so some various numbers should be given in an array. Various numbers should be given, and you have to check that how many, which number has repeated how many times. An array would be given, like here we have given character array, we have been given. So an array of numbers would be given, and you have to find out how many times each number has occurred. In that case, you cannot take an array of fixed size, right? Because number can be 0, it can be 999, it can be 99, it can be 1000 something. Okay, so you're not sure of the size of the array. In that case, this would not be a good solution, because in that case your space would be you are not sure what to take, infinite. Okay, so that would be a major problem in that sense. Here we know already the maximum number of characters, that is 26, so we can easily take size of 26, an array of size 26. Okay, so this solution would give you a time complexity big O of n actually. Okay, that is why I am taking this solution for this string problem. Okay, so so as I said here, you can just scan the array temp and the value stored at each element or each index would give you the frequency of that particular corresponding character, because we have to again map down the index to its respective character. How would be mapped down? That's the trick here. Is how would we do it? Let's say I'm talking about this A, B, this one, right? I hope you already know about the ASCII values of each characters, right? That is nothing but 97 to 122. This is the ASCII value for small characters. You can also check for the upper characters, the uppercase character, that is 65 to 90, ASCII code 65 to 90. I'll just assume here that we have only the lowercase characters. Okay, what you can do is you can also convert it, not an issue. So I'm just assuming we have only lowercase alphabet, let's say. So how would you map it down? Okay, so let's say this array name or the string name is str. So str, if I write here str of 0, what is str of 0? str of 0 is a. Okay, str of 0 is a. Fine. If I write here str of 0, one second, if I write here 97 or maybe str of 0 minus 97, if I write, what will this give? str 0 minus 97, str of 0 is a minus 97, again 0. Okay, and if I write here temp of this, temp is an array and this value is 0, so temp of 0. Again, next time, let's say str of 1. What is str of 1? str of 1 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. str 1 is b minus 97. b minus 97 is b. ASCII value of b is 98. 98 minus 97, 1. Temp of 1. Then you are basically accessing temp of 1. So what we have to do here is, you write a loop here for I equal to 0, I less than, let's say, okay, we will use this strlen function of str I plus plus, right? So for each character you encounter, you have to update the respective value in this array temp. So basically you just have to write temp of str of I minus 97 plus plus. I'm incrementing the value in the array temp corresponding to the character I am encountering. Okay, so I'm just incrementing the value there. Initially the array temp would contain 0, all zeros. Got it? So every time I come across a character, the respective value in the array temp would be incremented by 1. Okay, so finally after this this operation or this loop, if you scan the array, if you see the array, you see the value at any particular index, that would give the number of occurrence of that particular character in the given string. Let's say here index 1, you see the value is 2. Index 1, you are seeing the value as 2. So you would say character B has occurred 2 times. As simple as that. How can you get from index 1? From index 1, how can you get character B? Is again, it's simple. That is 97 plus 1. Okay, 97 plus 1. So you can, okay, if I say any index I, so 97 plus I would give you the respective character. If I is 0, 97 plus 0 would be A. If I is 1, 97 plus 1, that would be 98, that is B. Likewise. Okay, so likewise we can count the frequency of each characters here. Okay, so this solves the problem of finding out the frequency of each character in the given string. What about pangram? Pangram is nothing but, as we have said, as we have already seen. What is pangram? What is pangram? All the alphabet. It would contain all the alphabet. So in this array temp, if there is no 0, that means all the characters are present in the string. Are you getting my point? If there is no 0 in the array temp, then that means all the characters have occurred at least once. That means all the characters, all the alphabets are there. Not all the characters, but I should say all the alphabets. So all the alphabets are present in the string. That means that string is a pangram. It may happen that a particular alphabet has occurred multiple times. That is not an issue. All the alphabet must be present. That's the case. So if there is any 0 in the array, then that would not be a pangram. But if there is no 0 in the array temp, then we can conclude that it has all the alphabets. The string contains all the alphabets, so that is a pangram. I hope you are following this. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you could follow, or do you need me to repeat this thing? For which one, Girish? 2 loops for which one? For which one you are saying we need 2 loops? Yeah, okay, you are, I think what I guess is 1 loop you are saying, one loop is for updating the temporary array, and 1 more loop for scanning the temporary array after completion of this incrementation. That is what you are saying? Yes, yeah, you are correct. Girish, you are correct. We have to run a loop again actually. Okay. Okay, Jitesh, you want me to repeat this? Yeah, no issue. I'll just repeat that. See, given this welcome string, so we would scan this string. As we are scanning, So how would we scan? Obviously in this way, for I equal to 0, for I equal to 0, I less than str len str, string length, I less than string length, I plus plus. Okay, what we are doing here is str of I minus 97, whatever character is there in the string, this time is w minus 97 will give you a value. Okay, that is nothing but the respective index of this temporary array. So at that particular location in temporary array, I will increment the value there. Let's say str of I is a or str of I is b. B minus 97 is nothing but 98 minus 97, that is 1. So you will update the value of temp of 1. Got it? So likewise, for each character in the given string, we would update the corresponding value in the temporary array. So this loop will do the task. This loop will do that task. After the completion of this loop, we just have to scan the array, temporary array. I said the value here would have been updated already because we have already run this loop. So for each character, whatever character is there, whatever character is present in the string, for that the respective value here in this temp array would have been updated. Okay, so we would just scan this temp array now. If we see any value, any index value, that is 0. Okay, if we see any value in this array is 0, that means that particular character, the corresponding character, is not present. Obviously that is not a pangram, because in pangram all the characters should be present. Got it, Jitesh? Okay, great. So this solves our second problem. First, we have already seen how to find out the frequency of each character. This array values would give you. Second, now we know how to check whether it is a pangram or not. Okay, and you see here we are just running a loop which would run for n times, depends on the length of the given string. So big of n, it would solve in big of n. You might think that okay, there is one more loop which would scan this array, temp array, but if you see clearly, that loop will run only for 26 times, 0 to 25 and not more. So that is a constant, you can say that is constant. Okay, third one, find out the number of unique characters. I think you can answer this now. Can you count the number of unique characters, or can you print the unique characters here? Like here in welcome, what are the unique characters, guys? W is unique, E is not unique, L is unique, C is unique, O is unique, and M is unique. So in total we have 5 unique characters there. Easy, right? You just scan this array, temporary array, whichever value is 1, for every value 1 you encounter, you just increment a counter. Right? You take a counter variable and you update it or you increment it whenever you see a 1 in this temporary array. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So like here, so temp 0 is 1, so you would update counter variable. You will update it. You will increment it by 1. Second, temp of 1 is 2, so you will not update counter variable. You will not increment it because value is 2. That means this character has occurred twice. Okay, so you will not increment. Next, temp of 2 is again 1, so you will increment the counter variable, because this character has occurred only once, so you are just counting the number of unique characters. I hope you got the logic, guys. Is that fine, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Did you understand these 3 problems? First is pangram, second is finding out the frequency of each character present in a string, and third is this number of unique characters. Clear, right? Okay. So I hope you can work it out to implement. You know how to create array, you know how to run a loop. Anyway, the main logic is this for this one. Important logic is this one, to map down, how to map down the character in the string to the temporary array. That is what you need much. So I have given the logic here already. Next, you just have to scan the temporary array. That is simple. I equal to 0, I less than 26, I plus plus, and you check it. Okay, whether temp of I is 0, any temp of I is 0. If any temp of I is 0, you'll stop the loop and you'll just print not pangram. Got it? So likewise you do. Fine then. So let me clear this canvas. Let's move on to the next question. I hope everyone present over here has understood the problem, and good to move on to the next question. So the next question is a very simple question again. Like a number is given to you, okay, a number is given to you and you have to check whether it is a perfect square. So you would say this is very easy. We would just find out the square root of this number, and if it is a perfect number, like if it comes out to be a number, like particular integer number, then we'll say the condition here is you cannot find the square root. Like without finding the square root of the number, check whether that number is a perfect square. Like if the number is given 16, you would say yes, it is a perfect square. Square of 4 is 16. If the number given is 17, you would say no, it is not a perfect square. Okay, so you cannot find out square root of that number and you have to say that whether this is a perfect square or not. Okay, so there are two ways, guys. There are two ways to solve this problem. How? Let's see this, both the ways. Let's say I'll go with the number, let's say 17. Okay, so if you cannot find the square root of this number, if you are not allowed to find square root of this number, then the naive method, the first thing which comes to our mind is we'll start from 1, we'll check, we'll find square of 1, we'll check. 1 square is 1, okay, not 17. Then 2 square is 4, not 17, we are still less than 17. Okay, 3 square is 9, okay, we are still less than 17. Okay, next number is 4 square, 4 is 16. Okay, right. And next 5 square is 25. So 25 is more than 17, so we should stop here. Okay, so one thing you can do here is you can find out, we can start from 1 and go till 4 and find out square of each number and compare with the given number. Let's say given number is num. You can check whether 1 square is 17, no, okay, continue, next step. Whether 2 square is 17, no, next iteration. 3 square is, whether 3 square is 17, no, next. 4 square is 16, 4 square is 7, whether 4 square is 17, no, continue. So we have crossed this value 17 because 5 square is 25, so you stop here and you would say, okay, this is not a perfect square. Instead of 17, if you would have if the number given would have been 16, then you would stop here, right, at 4 square equals 16, and you will say yes, this is the perfect square. But the thing here is, what is the time complexity, guys, for this step? Can anyone say what would be the time complexity? How much time this would take, this solution, this way? How much time this would take? Can anyone say here? Obviously we'll run a loop here because we have to check from starting from 1 and 2, then 3, then 4, and we'll stop, let's say, at 5. So what would be the time complexity here? Okay, Girish says root 10. Yes, the time complexity for this would be square root of n, because you would say, you see that we are roughly going till square root of this number 17, obviously, because after that we would obviously get a number higher than the given number, so we'll stop there. So roughly it would be square root of n. The loop would run for square root of n times. So this complexity, time complexity of this logic is nothing but square root of n. Okay, can you think about a better logic which would reduce the time complexity? Yeah, say guys, can you think of a better logic here which would reduce the time complexity? Anyone? Yeah, I'm waiting. Can someone give some logic here which would reduce the time complexity? Already it is root over of n. I'm not saying it is a very bad time complexity, but can we improve it? Find root. Well, we are not allowed, right, Girish? We are not allowed to do that. The question has been given that we should not find out the square root of 17. Without doing that, you need to check. See, let's do this. Okay. See, you start from 1. Okay, all of you know this binary search technique, right? I hope everyone knows the binary search technique. So I would use the same technique here to go for this question, to find the solution for this question. I'll take a lower limit, let's say L is 1. I'll take a higher limit, that is 17, and obviously you know, right, in binary search technique there is a mid. If anyone is not aware of this binary search, don't worry, I'll come up with a video of binary search very soon. You can like go with that. For the time being, just understand this logic what I'm saying. Okay, kind of similar, like same logic for binary search. If you're not aware of binary search, not to worry, I'll come up with a video later. Okay, not very late, soon I'll come with. So mid, you'll find a mid, okay, middle value, that is nothing but L plus high plus okay, L plus high by 2, right? So here middle value is nothing but 1 plus 7, 18 by 2, that is 9. So you would check here whether 9 square is equal to 17. The given number is 17, right? Number is 17. So you'll check whether 9 square is equal to 17. No, 9 square is not 17. Okay, three things you have to check. If 9 square is equal to 17, so you will say yes, it is a perfect square. Okay, otherwise what you have to check? You have to check if 9 square is less than 17. Is 9 square less than 17? No, 9 square is not less than 17. Then else, okay, here you can just put else. This is one condition, like just a moment. See, this is one condition, if, and you can say this is else if. Okay, else if 9 square less than 17. Else, when I say else, that means 9 square is greater than 17. Okay, so three cases here. If 9 square equal to 17, you can directly say that yes, it is perfect square, and you can exit from this. Let's say this is a function, so you can exit from this function, return back. If 9 square is less than 17, so 9 square is less than 17, that means we have to go higher. Okay, so already you are at the middle 9, and you are saying 9 square is still less than 17. So where you have to like you have to actually search in the next step. Are you getting my point? Okay, 9 square is less than 17, so you have to go higher. You have to check for the higher numbers. So what you do here is you just change this L as mid plus 1. Okay, see, I've written here 9 square, it should be mid square equal to number, mid square less than 17. So you would change this L lower limit by you would change this to mid plus 1. So next time you would check from 10 to 17, not 1 to 17. So I have reduced the problem to half. Okay, so now you would check whether 10 square is less than 17 or 10 square is greater than 17. Likewise, okay, so obviously here 9 square is not less than 17, 9 square is greater than 17. In that case, what we have to do is we have to change this higher limit to mid minus 1. Okay, let's see this. I'll solve this problem for you. Let's take an example of 100. Number given is 100. Okay, I said L is 1, I is 100. Fine, no issue. What is mid? Mid is 1 plus 100 by 2. Okay, for simplicity, let's check. Let's take this high as 99, for example. Okay, for simplicity, you can go with 100, no issue. Or should we go with 100? Okay, anyway, let's go with 100. 100 plus 1, 101 by 2. So it will come 50 point something. Let's go with 50, integer result. Okay, so you'd check whether mid square is equal to number. Is it? No, it's like way higher. 50 square is much more greater than 100, so we would not stop here. So now again, what we would check? We would check whether this mid square is whether mid square is greater than number. Yes, mid square is greater than number. Mid square 50 square is greater than the given number 100. So what we have to do? We have to take something less. So middle number, square of middle number is greater than the given number. So we have to come down towards left. Okay, we will take less, like smaller numbers. So we would change the high to mid minus 1. So now what is the range you have to check between? You have to check between 1 to this 49. Got my point here? 1 to 49. So now you would find the middle of 1 and 49. 1 plus 49. So 1 plus 49 is 50 by 2, that is 25. So you would check whether 25 square is equal to num. No. Whether 25 square is greater than num. Yes, 25 square is greater than num. Num is 100. 25 square is greater than 100. You have to go further lower number. So what would be done? Again, this high would be decreased, like high value would be now mid -1, mid is 25, high would be 24 now. Got my point? So again you would go and find the middle value 12. So every time you're decreasing the problem space or problem area by half, okay. Similarly, so this is what, if we take a number very less, like here if you take the number is 17 and okay, let's go for this number, let's say, yeah, okay, anyway, you understand my point, right? So if at any point of time if we see that mid square is greater than number, so what we will do, we'll take less number. If mid square is less than the given number, we will increase the, we'll change the value of L, because we have to go for the higher number range. So every time we are decreasing the number space by half and half and half. So this would take, I think you already have seen the video of time complexity. If you have not seen, you can check out the data structure and algorithm playlist. There I have given a video of time complexity, and we have done also one live session of time complexity, so you can check out that video also. So when the problem space is decreased by 2 every time, so this is nothing but a time complexity log n. So this solution, which I just said, that would take a log n time complexity, guys. Okay, yeah, log n. Girish, you are correct. Log n. This would take log n time complexity. So obviously log n is better than root n. So we have improved the time complexity with simple logic of binary search. Binary search is very trivial problem, right? I hope everyone of you knows that. Okay, everyone of you know that, right? Binary search. So we are just using the same logic here with just minor modification. Okay, fine. I hope every one of you got the logic. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if there is any doubt on this problem. I would explain once again, no issue on my part. Yeah, guys, any doubt on this? Clear, right, everyone? Fine then. Okay, great. So let's move on to the next question. Next question, I need your full attention, guys, because that is a kind of dynamic problem question. Okay, and this is a very classic problem, which is nothing but rod cutting problem. Okay, please pay focus on this. Rod cutting problem. What is this rod cutting problem? What do you mean by this? I've picked up an example. Okay, let's see this. So what is this rod cutting problem actually? Rod cutting problem says a rod, not basically a rod of various length, pieces of rod of various length would be given to you, and like it would, and the selling each piece, if you sell any piece between that, you would get some profit. So profit value for each piece of rod would be given. Let's say the rod pieces are given length, available length are, okay, let me not write here because it would take many space, so I'll just write it here. Okay, so the available lengths of the rod are 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, got it? Are you getting my point? See this, you have to sell a rod, total rod of length, let's say 5 meter, for example, 5 meter. Okay, so the profit that you would get by selling each of this rod length, each of this rod of length less than 5 would be given to you, and the profit of each rod would be given. Let's say I have just taken an example, so 2, 5, 7 and 8. Yeah, okay, so this is the data given to you. So prices or profit that you would get by selling pieces of rod whose length is less than the total length, all possible length less than the total length. Okay, so all possible length less than the total length is nothing but 1, 2, 3 and 4, because the given length is 5. Given length is 5, so all the possible length which is less than 5 is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and the profit that we would get by selling a rod of piece of length 1 is 2, by selling length of rod 2 would be 5, profit of selling rod of length 3 is 7, and selling a rod of length 4 would give you a profit of 8. Okay, so what we need to do here is, the question says we have to sell a rod of length 5 meter, and in that case you have to maximize the profit. Okay, dynamic programming is nothing but it is a optimization problem, minimization, maximize. Okay, I would come up with a session of dynamic programming in detail, guys. Okay, let's not get into dynamic programming right now. Let's solve this problem for the time being, but I hope it would be interesting to you. Okay, I'd come up with a different session for dynamic programming, in which we will talk about the dynamic programming in detail. We'll solve also some more problem. Yeah, knapsack problem is also a dynamic problem. Okay, Girish, not all, like there is two kind of knapsack. One is your binary knapsack, that is 0 1 knapsack, and one is fractional knapsack. Fractional knapsack is your greedy approach. Okay, and this 0 1 knapsack or binary knapsack follows the dynamic programming. Okay, we'll have a session, different session on the greedy and dynamic, in which we would talk about detail. Okay, let's not get into that right now. Let's solve this question first, how to solve this. Okay, so to give you an idea, overview of dynamic programming solution, the approach, there are two approaches for dynamic programming actually. Okay, and we would follow one of them, that is, and that is also the suggested or the preferred, most preferred way, that is your bottom up approach. Bottom up approach. Okay, pardon the handwriting, I'm not very good at handwriting, guys. I hope you are following that. Okay, so bottom up approach is what we should follow here. How to do it? So you might have seen somewhere, if you are keen to this programming and all, you might have seen whenever dynamic programming comes, a question on dynamic programming, you might have seen these tables. Okay, so that is your bottom up approach. We would draw tables and we will store some values and we would use it. Dynamic programming is all about storing the current result which can be used later in future. Okay, so see this. So I'll draw a table. So the possible length, I can sell a rod of length 0, I can sell a rod of length 2, length 1, length 2, length 3, length 4, length 5. So you have to take all possible length because it is a generalization problem, kind of generalized way. See, this question is about selling a length of rod 5 meter. Maybe the question, a different question would say selling a rod of length 3 meter. Okay, so in the same table, if you discard this 4 and 5 part, it would give you the solution. You don't have to like construct the table again. The same table would give you the result. You just have to ignore the 4 and 5 column. Just look at the 3 column, and it would give you the result. So you don't have to change the table. So we would take each individual possible length. Okay, and the available length of the rod we would write here in this left column. So available rod of length 1, length 2, length 3, length 4. Okay, let's do it quickly, guys. So we'll do this, draw the table up to this. Okay, I've drawn the grade table. Okay, oh, this one is not good. Okay, I'll just, okay, adjustable, fine. So I have drawn this table, so I would put some value. Bottom up approach, so we would start with some like small value, and we would, for larger value, for the larger result, we would use this small value. That is the whole purpose here. Okay, so see this, guys, see this. So what we have to do here is, yeah, so now we are at let's say here at length 0. You have to sell a rod of length 0. What is the profit you will make? Obviously you are not selling any rod, so the profit you will get is 0. So just put 0 here, 0 0, because you are selling a rod of length 0. You don't have to, like, you will not get any profit, right? Then we are at column 1. Column 1. So see this. Column 1 means you have to sell a rod of length 1, and now we are at this row. Okay, we are at this row. That means you just have a rod of length 1 and you have to sell a rod of length 1. So you can just take one rod or one piece of this length, and that would give you a profit of 2. You see, by selling a rod of length 1, we are getting a profit of 2. So the profit we'll get here is 2. Got it? You'll see the first value, it may not click you, like you may not get it fully, but as we move on, as we fill up the table, you would easily understand this process. Okay, see this, like, be with me to follow the process what I'm doing. Now we are at this column. Okay, so we are at this column. That means we have to sell a total rod of length 2. Okay, total rod of length 2, and the available pieces of rod are of length 1 only. So you have to sell rod of length total, you have to sell 2 meter, let's say, and you have 1 meter pieces of rod. So obviously you would sell 2 pieces of rod of length 1 to make it total 2 meter. So what is the profit you will get? One rod for 2, another rod for 2, total 2 plus 2 is 4. So the profit you will get is 4 here. Are you getting my point? See, we are still at the first row. That means we have only rods of length 1, and the total length you have to sell is 2 meter. So you take 2 pieces of rod of length 1 meter each. That will give you the profit, profit 4, 2 plus 2. Okay, next column. So now you have to sell a rod of length 3, like not a single rod, let's say total length of rod you have to sell is 3 meter, and you have only rods of length 1. So obviously we need 3 rod, like 3 pieces of rod. That would give us profit of 6 rupees. Let's say 2 plus 2 plus 2, each rod will give me 2. We are taking 3 pieces, so 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6. Okay, similarly for length 4 we would get profit 8, for length 5 would get profit 10, because each piece we will take 5 pieces and each piece would give us profit 2. So 5 pieces will give us profit 10, right? Okay, clear? Fine. Now let's move on to the next row. When you are moving on to the next row, what does that mean? That means now you have rods of length 1 and length 2, both. You have pieces of rod of length 1 and pieces of rod of length 2. Assume that there are it should be assumed that there are infinite number of pieces of rod of length 1 and infinite pieces of rod of length 2. Okay, there is plenty of rod you can take. Now, so you have to sell total length 1 meter, let's say 1 meter. Okay, you have to sell rod of total length 1 meter, and you have rods of length 1 meter and 2 meter. First of all, when you are at this row, first you have to think, can I sell a rod of length 2 meter when I have to sell total length of 1 meter? You have to sell a total length of 1 meter. You have rod of pieces, like your pieces of rod of length 2 meter and pieces of rod of length 1 meter. Can you pick up this rod of length 2 meter? No, right? You cannot pick up that rod, because total length you have to sell is 1 meter. Why would you take this 2 meter rod? You just will take 1 meter rod and will sell it. Okay, so profit you will get by selling this would give 2, the same 2. Oh, my bad. Let me zoom out a bit. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, so the profit you would get by selling this is nothing but the same 2. Okay, same 2. Anyway, next, moving on. I hope you understood this part. Next, we are again at this 2. So we have to sell a rod of total length 2, and you have option. You have 2 options. You can either take 2 pieces of rod length of length 1 meter, or you can take 1 piece of rod of length 2 meter. You have 2 options. You can take 2 rod of 1 meter each, and you can just take 1 piece of rod of length 2 meter directly. So what is the profit? If you take 1 piece of rod of length 2, what is the profit we are getting? By taking 2 meter rod, you are getting profit 5. But if you take 2 pieces of rod of length 1, you will get 4 as profit. And that 4 you don't have to calculate it again. You see here, the previous, in the same column, the previous value is 4. So the previous row in the same column would give you the profit by taking rod of length 1 meter. You just have to calculate the current profit. What profit you would get by taking this 2 meter rod. So if you take 2 meter rod, you are getting profit 5, and the previous profit was 4, which is maximum. Why we are going for maximum? Because the problem is about maximizing the profit. So the maximum is the current one, 5. So you would go with 5. This value would be 5. Okay, next, see, up to this kind of easy. Now you have to be attentive. Now things would change a bit. See this. Why? You would understand why I'm saying this. Now this onward, there will be a change, or this is the important part now. There will be a change. Please pay attention here. So now you have to sell a rod of length 3 meter. Okay, you have to sell a rod of length 3 meter. First of all, we would decide, can we take actually a rod of length 2 meter? Yes, we can take, right? The total length we have to sell is 3 meter. So we can take 2 meter rod, and we can then the remaining meter is total length we required is 3 meter, and now we are taking a 2 meter rod. So left out is 1 meter. We have to take 1 more meter. So for that we can take a rod of length 1 meter. Got it? What is the total profit? If you take a rod of length 2 meter, the profit you would make is 5. Okay. Then when you are taking a rod of length 1, for that you will take make profit 2. Total profit is 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay. What is the previous profit? Previous profit is 6. By taking 3 1 meter rod, we were making profit 6. But now we are seeing that, or we are realizing that if I take a rod of length 2 and 1 rod of length 1, I am making a total profit of 7, which is greater than the previous profit. Okay. So the current profit is more, so the value here should be 7. Okay. So see this. Now if any let's say the question was, if the question was total length of rod you want to sell is 3 meter. Okay. So the question would give you the profit value for selling rod of possible length less than this 3 meter. So what is the solution? Solution is, what is the total profit? Maximum profit? Maximum profit would be 7. Are you getting my point? If the question instead of 5 meter, let's say the question was 3 meter, and the data, obviously all the possible length less than 3 would be given up to this. So for this question, what would be the solution? Solution would be 7, the last value. Okay, last column, last row value would be the solution here. Okay. Okay, let's carry out. Let's carry on for the given problem, 5 meter, and for 5 meter, let's make it for 5 meter. Okay, now we are at here in this column. So we have to sell a rod of length 4. Can we take a rod of length 2 meter? Yes. Total length we have to sell is 4 meter. Can we take a length of rod 2 meter? Yes, we can take. So okay, and for taking 2 meter rod, the profit we are getting is 5. What is the remaining length we have to make? Already total 4 meter we required. We have taken a rod of length 2 meter. So remaining is 2 meter we have to make. How can we make 2 meter? You don't have to worry. See this. Okay, for to make this 2 meter, what is the profit? What is the maximum profit you would make to make this length 2 meter? See this. In the same row, if you see this column value, okay, in the same row, if you see the column value, that is the profit to make 2 meter rod. Okay, you don't have to think more now. Already you have stored, or you have already stored the profit value to make 2 meter rod, to sell 2 meter rod. Why would you calculate it again? You don't have to calculate it. So you'll just check out the value in the same row for column 2 actually. Okay, this is the profit, this 5, this is the profit to sell total 2 meter. Okay, so you would fetch the value from the table, that is 5. So that is 5 plus 5. So it would give you the value as 10. Understood this point, guys? See, I didn't calculate again. Okay, I didn't calculate it again. Already the value for selling 2 meter rod is stored in the table. So the whole point is using the previously stored value here. That is dynamic programming. Okay, you just have to find out the current first one. So we have taken 2 meter rod, for which we got 5 as a profit. Remaining length is 2 meter. For 2 meter we already have stored the value in the table. So just fetch the value from there. So 5 plus 5, the value would be 10. Okay, I hope you are following this. Okay, even if you didn't follow this point at this point of time, the same thing would be continued, guys. So just be with me, carry on, and you would understand at a point. Okay, don't worry if you didn't get at this point, because the same thing would be continued. Okay, let's see. Now we are here at column 5 and we are at this row, right? So we still have rods of length 1 meter and 2 meter as the option. So to make 5 meter, can we take 2 meter rod? Yes. The answer is yes. So to make total meter or total length is 5. If we take a 2 meter rod, for taking 2 meter rod, I'll make a profit of 5 rupees. Okay, what is the remaining length I have to make? Remaining length I have to make is 3 meter. From 5 meter, I have already taken 2 meter rod. So the remaining length I require or I need is 3 meter. Okay, should you think about how to make this 3 meter rod? No, we don't need to check, or we need not think about this, because already we have stored the value or the profit value to make 3 meter. In the same row, if you go to this column value 3, you would get the value 7, which is nothing but the profit value to make 3 meter rod. You just have to add that value, which would give you 12. So the result here, the profit value here is 12. Followed or not? Guys, did you follow this, how we got 12 here? Total length we need is 5. Total length we need is 5. Okay, from 5 meter, if we take 2 meter, because see, more than 2 meter rod not available to us, only 1 meter rod available, 2 meter rod available. So maximum we can take 2 meter. So we would take first 2 meter. Yes. So by taking 2 meter, I am making a profit 5 rupees. And fine. What is the remaining length? Remaining length is 3 meter. So to make 3 meter, I don't have to think. Already I have stored the profit value to make 3 meter rod. In the same row, go to the column. Okay, go to the column where I have stored the value. So you will just go with this 3. You will go to this column value 3 in the same row and get the value, that will give you 7. So 5 plus 7 equal to 12 is the profit here. Okay, continuing the same operation. See this, continuing the same operation. Now we are at the third row. Now we are here. Let me clear this some stuffs here, guys. Then it would be like I don't want to make it very clumsy. See, the same process will continue. So please, if you have not understood up to this point, you would understand it at this point if you pay attention, because the same thing I would continue. Now we are at the third row. That means the available options of rod for us are rods of length 1 meter, rods of length 2 meter and rods of length 3 meter. So I can pick any one, but I would always check first, can I take 3 meter rod? Then I'll go for the rest thing. Okay, see this. Now again, so okay, you need or you require 1 meter. Total 1 meter is required. Can I take a 3 meter rod? Answer is no, I cannot take 3 meter. So you would just copy the previous value, previous profit, that is 2. Okay, same thing. Now you total length required is 2 meter. I cannot take 3 meter rod, just copy the previous value, that is 5. Okay, that would give you the length, that will give you the profit value. Next, now you require length of 3 meter. Can I take rod of length 3 meter? Answer is yes, I can take. So let's check which one would give us maximum profit, by taking length of a rod of length 3 meter or will going with the previous combination. That is what I have to check. So if I take a rod of length 3 meter, the profit value is 7. Okay, fine. What is the previous profit? Previous profit, just check the previous row. Profit is 7. It's same actually. You can go with anyone. You can either take a single rod of length 3 meter or you can go with the previous combination. If you remember, previous combination was nothing but taking one 2 meter rod and one 1 meter rod. So you can go with anyone. So value profit is same. We are required to find the maximum profit. So you will just put the value 7 here. Okay, profit is 7. Next. Now I hope you followed this point. Okay, please let me know in the comment if anyone has doubt. Okay, moving on, you are required to make length of 4 meter. Okay, can we take a rod of length 3 meter? Can we take a rod of length 3 meter? Yes, answer is yes, we can take. So if I take a rod of length 3 meter, what is the profit I'll make? The profit I'll make is 7. Remaining length needed is 1. From 4 meter I have taken already 3 meter. 1 more meter I have to make. Do I need to think about 1 meter? No. Just in the same row, just go to the column value 1. This is the value 2. 2 is the profit to make 1 meter. So the answer is 7 plus 2, that is 9. What is the previous value, guys? Current profit you are getting 9. Previous profit was 10. Which is maximum? Previous profit. So you would go with previous profit, that is 10. So you will not take this 3 meter rod. You will go with the previous combination, which would give you the maximum profit. Okay. Okay, we'll go with previous profit because current profit is 9, which is less than the previous profit. So to make 4 meter, we would not take 3 meter rod and 1 meter rod. We will actually go with 2 meter rod, whatever the previous combination was. We'll go with that. Okay, let's go with this next thing. Now the total length is 5 meter. We have to make 5 meter rod. So can we take a 3 meter rod? From 5 meter, yes, we can take. 3 meter is less than 5. So I can take 3 meter. So if I take a 3 meter rod, for that I'll make a profit 7 rupees. What is the remaining length? Remaining length is 2. Okay. So what is the profit to make this 2 meter? I don't have to think again for this. Just in the same row, go to the column value 2. What is the column value? Column value is 5. So that is 7 plus 5 would give you 12. Okay. What is the previous value? Previous value is also 12. Current profit is also 12. Both are same. So you can just write here 12. That is the thing. Okay. You have to write the maximum between these two. Okay. Got it? Next. You are now at this row, the last row. That means we have now option of rod of length 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter and 4 meter. Okay, fine. So this is the option. Let me clear out this part, guys. Again, the same process will be continued. Please focus. If you have a bit confused, then please focus in the last step. Okay, see this, what I'll do. Again, we need a length, like we need to sell 1 meter rod. Okay, can we take a 4 meter rod? We cannot take. We require only 1 meter. We cannot take 4 meter rod. So we'll just copy down the previous value, that is 2. Okay, let me use a different color, guys. This is fine. Yeah, so previous value is 2. Fine. Next, we are now at, like we now require 2 meter. Can we take 4 meter rod to make 2 meter? No, we cannot take. So we'll just go with the previous value, that is 5. Previous property is 5. If you see here, we'll just have to copy 7. So what is the thing you can conclude? If this value is less than the row value, if the column value is less than row value, just have to copy the previous value, the previous row value. Okay, see this, guys. What I'm saying here, if you consider this table as a 2D array, if you consider this table as 2D array, let's say the array is P, okay, and yeah, if you consider this, so I'll say here, see this, okay, where should I write? Okay, let's say current row value and current column value, for example, row value and column value. I'm saying if row is less than column value, current row value is less than current column value, then what we have to do is we just have to copy in the current row column value, we have to copy the previous row value. How can you do that? It's very easy. You just write r minus 1 in the same column. Same column, you just have to copy the previous row value of the same column. If this is the condition, if r is less than c, if the row value is less than c, then you just have to copy the previous value. Got it? This is what we are doing everywhere. You see here, for all the rows you check, we are just copying the previous value till till this r is less, till the row value is less than column value. This is what we are doing. But when this r value is equal to c or more than c, then we are going with the different thing. What is the different thing? What we are doing here? What is the different case? if R is equal to C or greater than C, what we are doing? Then it becomes very simple. See, what we are doing here is, first of all, we are checking the condition, basically, which one is maximum. By taking for the current length, what is the profit we'll make, what is the previous profit we are making, we'll just compare both. Okay, whichever is maximum, we are taking that. So what is the current, like if we have to make 4 meter, total 4 meter, can we take 4 meter rod? Yes, we can take 4 meter rod. What is the profit? Total 4 meter we need, we are taking a 4 meter rod. Okay, so for taking 4 meter rod, we are making profit 8. Done. Okay, done. So profit is 8. What is the previous profit? Previous profit is 10. So what should be the value here? Value should be 10 here. Profit maximum, you have to go with maximum, right? So what we are checking, basically, maximum between the previous value, P of R minus 1 and C, and profit. Let's say this profit, this profit array, this is stored in an array. Okay, this is stored in an array. Got it? So what we would get? See, PR, and this is the length. Okay, this is the length. This is the length. So what you are saying here? What we are checking here? So current, the length, total length we require, that is L. Okay, taking the current row value. Are you getting my point? Okay, see this. So if we take current, okay, let me go in this way, it might be confusing to you. Just a moment, I'll clear this part. I'm saying here we need 4 meter length total. Let me also clear this part. Okay, and if we take a 4 meter rod, got it, we would make a profit of 8. Where this 8 is stored? In this profit, right? In this profit. How do we get this profit? As 8, you would just write PR of this current, what is that? Row value. Row value is 4 now. If you remember, we are at this row. Row value is now 4. So PR of R would give you 8. Okay, plus. Okay, so after this, what we are checking? The remaining length we have to make. The remaining length is 4 minus 4, that is 0. And for 0, what is the profit? As we already have done, you don't have to think about again making this 0, like what is the profit we'll get to sell this remaining length. In the same row, we have to check out the column value corresponding to value 0. Okay, so this would give you this P of, in the same row, but now column, which column you have to check? Value 0, which is nothing but L minus, or okay, you don't have to write L. L is the total length, let's say. You go for C minus R. Are you getting my point? Okay, now R is 4, guys. So PR of 4 would give you 8. So 8 plus, what is P of R? P of R is 4. C is again 4. Let's say C is 4. So we are now, let's say we are here. Total length is 4. So 4 minus R is 4. Why we are subtracting 4? C minus 4? Because we have to find the remaining length. Remaining length is 4 minus 4, 0. So what is P40? What is the value of P40? That is 0. So 8 plus 0. Total profit is 8. Would compare with previous profit, that is P of R minus 1C, which is 10. Maximum is 10, so you write 10. Okay, are you getting my point, guys? What I'm saying here? Maximum between previous value and current value. Current profit is nothing but P of R. Okay, and this is the matrix. We are checking the previous value. Whichever is maximum between these two would be our current profit. Okay, right? Okay, I'll follow the same logic for the next one. Please focus. Please focus. See, I've also given you the solution how to implement this. Okay, we'll use a 2D array and there we would implement this logic. So two things we have done here: understood the concept, how to solve this problem, also how to implement that into a program. Let's see again. So we are here, right? We need this length of 5 meter, and we have already checked out for 4 meter we have checked. Now 5 meter, we are now checking for 5 meter. So to total length is 5 meter. Okay, we have to check maximum between previous value. What is previous value? What is P of r minus 1? R is 4, 4 minus 1, 3. C is 5, so 3, 5. What is 3, 5? What, guys? 3, 5 is, if you see here, this one, 12. Okay, previous profit is 12. And current profit that which we would make now. So that is nothing but PR of rho is 4, fine, plus, okay, PR of 4 is 8, 8 plus P of R is nothing but 4, and the remaining, okay, 1 second, remaining C minus R. What is C? C is 5, total 5 meter we require, and we are taking a rod of length 4 meter, so 5 minus 4. Okay, for taking 4 meter we are getting profit 8. What is the remaining length we have to make? 1 more meter, so it is nothing but P of 4, 1. So in the same row, if you go to this column value 1, you will get the profit, that is 2. So 8 plus 2 is actually 10. Okay, which is maximum? Previous value is maximum, 12. So what you would write here? 12. And solution is this one, guys. This 12 is the solution. Maximum profit is 12. Did you get this problem, guys? Understood this? Any doubt? Please let me know in the comment section, guys. Did you follow both the implementation and the result? 12 is the result here which we are getting, guys. 12 is the answer here. Okay, there is something more to this problem. Like, let's say given, you have been given this table. You have been given this table. You have to like identify, or you have to find, or you can all see easily, you can say answer is 12, maximum profit is 12. But the thing is, what is the combination of rod you have taken to get this profit 12? To make 5 meter, I can take one 4 meter and one 1 meter. That will also make 5 meter. I can take one 3 meter and one 2 meter. That will also make 5 meter. I can take one 3 meter and two 1 meter 1 meter. That will also make 5 meter. So which combination have we taken to get this profit 12 meter? That is the question here. So this, see, solving the problem, it might be a coding problem. But in interviews, they might ask you, okay, just construct the table, give me the solution, and tell me which combination you have taken. They might not ask you this while you construct the table. After you finish constructing the table, they would ask you what combination you have taken, tell me. Okay, that is what they may ask you. Okay, so guys, one more thing. See, it is not very simple. I'll not say it is very difficult. Also, I'll not say it is very easy. So after the session, after the completion of this session, which should be concluded within some minutes, you also re-watch this video. I'll keep this video for you. You re-watch this video and try to follow this, like try to see this video, watch it again, and try to note it down on your copy, so that you would, it would be like you would be more comfortable with the thing. Okay. Again, I'm saying I'll come up with this dynamic programming videos sooner. Okay. Let's see this. Given this table, I have this table. How can I know, like, what is the combination I have taken? So start from this answer column, answer cell. This is one cell, right? So I'll start from here, 12. So what you would check? So you'll check 12. You'll compare with the previous value. Is it same or is it not same? Previous, if you see here, previous value is same. Okay, previous value is same. That means you have come up, or you have copied the value from top. So traverse that path, go into that path. 12. Now again 12. Now check again. Is your have you copied the previous value, or this is a new value? if you compare with the previous value is also 12. Okay, so that means you can say that I have come up from the top. So just move on to the top. Okay, are you getting my point? Fine. So now you come again, check whether you have copied the previous value is 10, not 12. That means you have not copied the previous value, you have come from left side. That means you have taken a rod of 2 meter length. Okay, you have not copied the previous profit, actually you have taken a rod of length 2 meter. If you take the current length rod, then only the profit would change, right? Okay, Girish, see, I have if you see the description, I have given a Telegram link there, also Instagram link is there, Facebook link is there, so you can connect there. Okay, you can click the link and join into the group, and you can actually whatever issue, if you have any doubt or some question, you can post it there and it will be addressed. Girish, is that fine? Okay, you can find the link in the description actually for the groups, also the page link. Okay, fine Girish. So you can ping there in the group, or yeah, you can do that. Okay, let me finish this. See this? Yeah, where I was here. So we understood that this 12 has not been copied from the previous value. We have actually taken this length of rod 2. That is how we got a different value 12 here. That means we have taken a rod of length 2 meter. Okay, we have length a rod of 2 meter. What is the remaining length, guys? What is the remaining length? 5 meter minus 2 meter. Where you would be? You would be here at 3 meter column. Okay, yeah, great Girish, you already followed, right? Great. So you can post it there, you can also ping there whatever you have doubt. So from 5 meter you have taken 2 meter rod, so you would decrease the position by 3. So you will come to decrease the position by 2, so you will come to this column 3. Okay, now you again check whether you have copied this value 7 from the previous value. No, previous value is 6. That means you have taken a rod of length 2. So you have taken a rod of length 2. Again you decrease by 2. So from 3 meter, if you decrease length 2 meter, you would reach here 1 meter. Okay, at column 1. So now you compare whether you have copied the previous value. Yes, you have copied the previous value. Previous value is also 2. So you move up. Okay, move up. Now this is the last row, right? Last row, this is the first row, there is no row above it. That means obviously you have taken a length of rod of like 1 meter. Okay, you have taken a rod of length 1 meter. So from 1 meter, if you take out 1 meter, you would reach 0 column and your process is over. Total, if you add 2 plus 2 plus 1, that is total is 5. Okay, total is 5. Sorry, my bad. Just a moment, guys. Yeah, you see here total is 5. So the combination that we have taken is 2 meter, 2 meter and 1 meter for this profit 12. There is also one more thing. If you have clearly seen somewhere, I guess here at this point, actually this 12 was not copied from the previous value. That it was actually same. Current profit was also 12, previous value was also 12. So you can actually go with previous value or the same value. If you go with current value 12, if you remember it, so in that case you would say actually 3 meter length rod was taken, so you would decrease 3 from 5. So you would reach here, okay, at 2 meter. That means you have taken a 3 meter rod. 1 3 meter rod you have taken. Then if you see now here, this 5 and this 5 are same, so you have basically you have copied it. Okay, you have copied it from previous one, so you would move up now again. Okay, following this, so now you compare with previous value and now previous value and current value. 5, previous value is 4. So obviously you have not copied the previous value. That means you have taken a rod of length 2 meter. You are now at column value 2. If you decrease 2, you will come to 0th column. That means your process is over. You have taken a length, a rod of length 2 meter, and you have reached the column 0. So nothing, like your process is over, your task is over. So you can also take total, like to make 5 meter, you can also take a 3 meter rod and 2 meter rod. That will also give you profit of 12, right? Understood this point, guys? Understood? I hope you're following this. Understood how to get the combination from this table? Clear? Clear, guys? Yes, everyone? Okay. So we have seen few problems here, guys. Like we have seen Pangram, those find out the number of characters, find out the number of occurrences of each character, find out the number of unique characters per inner string. Then we have seen this square problem with the whether number is a perfect square in big of log n time complexity. Then we have also seen this problem, a dynamic problem, rod cutting problem. This is a very classic problem in dynamic programming. Okay, as I said, I would come up with this detailed video, maybe a live session or a video I would put up for the dynamic programming, also for greedy and all. Okay, so this is the first session on this programming logic, guys. Okay, we would come up with more sessions, actually more question, more logics. Okay, we'll see. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this session. This was it for this session. This is what I have planned for this session. Okay, so stay tuned, subscribe the channel. Okay, like this video. You can share this video among your friends if any of your friends needs it. Okay, so we would come up with again more videos. So this is Sunday is fixed. I will again will come up with live session. So I would update you. Please join the Telegram group. Okay, you will find the link in the description. So join the Telegram group. I would update there whatever, if there is any changes in the schedule, I'll update there. Be updated. And yes, one more important point. I've seen, so no one actually posting anything there in the Telegram group. I have made that a group and not channel because I wanted you to interact there. If you have any queries, if you have any question, if you have any doubt, okay, not only regarding this data structure algorithm, see, you can ask doubt from Python, you can ask from the C++, Java, okay, data structure algorithm, DBMS, okay, also other subject of your computer science, like your maybe operating system, maybe your computer network. So you can put up your queries out there, guys, and I would try to help you out there in the same. Okay, so okay then, guys, so I end this session here. I hope you enjoyed. So take care then, guys. We'll meet soon in the next session.